Hi everyone and welcome back to Matryoshka Tips channel. Today we're talking about an important topic as how to handle rejection like a man. So let's start with the biggest mindset shift that you need to make when dealing with the rejection. It's not personal, guys. Most men make the mistake of thinking that if a woman rejects them, it means that, well, they are not attractive, not interesting, or not good enough. And that's simply not true. Rejection doesn't mean you are a failure. It just means that she wasn't the right match for you at that moment. And that's okay. Women reject men for countless reasons that have nothing to do with their worth. Maybe she's already dating someone, she's not available. She's not in the right headspace for dating. Maybe she's got out of your relationship. She is not physically attracted to you. And attraction isn't logical, it's a gut feeling. So your personalities don't click at the end. You could be an amazing guy, but she's not just feeling it. Let's flip the script. Have you ever had a woman show interest in you, but you just were not into her? Maybe she was great, but something was missing and you just didn't feel the spark. Did that mean she was a bad person? No. It just meant that she wasn't the right match for you, right? So, well, women feel the same way when they reject a guy. It's not always a matter of better or worse people, it's just about compatibility. So, some psychologists say that rejection triggers the same parts of the brain as physical pain. That's why rejection hurts. Our brains are wired to take social exclusion seriously, but here is the kicker. The pain isn't always accurate. Your brain might be telling you, I got rejected because I'm not good enough, but the reality is it could be for reasons totally outside of your control. So instead of thinking, she rejected me because I'm not attractive, successful, good enough, blah, 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 try this instead. She rejected me because we weren't a good match. That's a blessing in disguise because I only want a woman who's truly interested in me. You see how different that feels. One mindset keeps you stuck in self doubt, and the other empowers you to keep moving forward. Here's the truth, guys. Not every woman will like you, and that's okay. You don't need every woman to like you, just the right one. Now, even if you understand this logically, rejection can still sting in the moment. That's why the next step is just as important, learning how to respond with confidence. So, let's talk about that next. Don't beg, argue, or get angry. Handle rejection with class. Look, I get it, rejection stings. But how you handle it says everything about your character. Women notice, and so does everyone else around you. A guy who can take rejection gracefully instantly shows confidence, emotional control, and maturity. But a guy who begs, argues, or gets angry, he just proves that he was never as confident as he seemed in the first place. What you should never do after a woman rejects you, begging or trying to convince her. Are you sure? Just give me one more chance. I can prove I'm the right guy for you. What if we just go on one date and you'll see I'm different? Why this is a bad move? It makes you look desperate, which is the opposite of attractive. It puts her in an awkward position. Now she has to reject you twice. It signals that you don't have other options. Imagine a woman rejected you and instead of walking away with confidence, well, you keep pushing. Do you think she will suddenly think that, oh wow, I was wrong, let me give him a chance? No, she will just feel uncomfortable and possibly annoyed. If she says no, accept it immediately. Say something, I don't know, simple and confident like, no worries at all, I respect your decision. And then move on. And if anything, that response might actually make her reconsider later because it shows self respect. And another common mistake guys make is trying to turn rejection into a debate. But we have so much in common. Or, I don't know, you don't even know me well enough to say no. Or, you're making a mistake. Why this is a bad move? You can't convince someone to feel attraction. It doesn't work that way. You're basically telling her that her feelings are wrong, which is a turn off. It makes you look insecure also, like you can't handle a simple no. Imagine if a woman rejected you and instead of accepting it, you argued with her about why she should like you. That's not confidence, that's neediness, and neediness is never attractive. If she says, I just don't feel that way about you, the best thing you can do is respond with, Got it, thanks for being honest. That's it. No argument, no desperation, just maturity. And another mistake that can happen, getting angry or insulting her. This is the worst reaction a guy can have, guys. Some men take rejection personally and lash out like, whatever, you're not even that pretty, fine, enjoy your, I don't know, loser boyfriend, or women never know what they want anyway. Why this is a terrible move? It makes you look weak and insecure. It proves that she was right to reject you, actually. It kills your reputation because word spreads fast and women talk. Even if you feel frustrated, take a deep breath and control your emotions. If you need to vent, do it privately, not to her. It would be the best. Okay, finished with this one. Moving to the next one. Feel it, but don't dwell on it. How to move on fast. Let's be real, guys. Rejection doesn't feel good. Even if you handle it well on the outside, it can still sting on the inside. It happened to me several times. That's totally normal. Psychologists have found that rejection activates the same parts of the brain as physical pain, as I mentioned before. That's why it can feel like getting punched in the gut. But just like any pain, you have two choices. Keep poking at the wound and making it worse, or let it heal and move on. The problem? A lot of guys choose option one. They dwell on rejection, replay it in their minds, and let it eat away at their confidence. That's what we need to avoid. So acknowledge the emotion, but don't let it control you. You're allowed to feel disappointed. You're human. And the key here is to process it quickly and not let it drag you down. Give yourself a time limit to feel bad. For example, 48 hours maximum, 2 days. Write down your thoughts, or journaling actually helps you get emotions out of your head. Talk to a trusted friend at the end, not to complain, but to get perspective of the situation. So what you should not do, overthink it for weeks, blame yourself or seek closure from her. She already gave you closure by saying no. So one of the worst things guys do after rejection is replay the situation over and over. What if I said this instead? Maybe I should have waited longer before asking her out. Did I come on too strong? Guys, stop. Overanalyzing won't change the outcome. It happened, move forward. The best way to bounce back from rejection is improve yourself. Instead of sitting around feeling bad, ask yourself, how can I level up? What areas of my life need work, or what's my next move? This could mean hitting the gym. Great. And improving your physique, working on your social skills and and confidence. I don't know, learning a new language. Be great. So feel it, learn from it, and then move on to the next opportunity. And speaking of opportunities, let's talk about how to reframe rejection as a positive, because it actually means you're doing something right. So let's get into it. So rejection is proof you're in the game. Why this is a good thing? Dating is numbers game. No man has 100% success rate. Not even the best looking, most confident guys, believe me, just that they will never admit it. But the difference between winners and losers, winners keep playing the game. Let's say you approach 10 women and get rejected by 8. Guess what? That's 2 women who were actually interested. You gained experience and confidence in the process. Think of, I don't know, a boxer in a fight. If he has never taken a punch, it means he's never stepped into the ring. For example, Mark Manson, author of that Subtle Art of Not Giving Up, says that success comes from being willing to fail, because failure is just part of the process. The same applies to dating. A few losses don't mean he's a bad fighter. It means he's learning, improving, and getting closer to a win. And instead of seeing rejection as a failure, start seeing it as a progress. Every rejection means you took action, you're improving your social skills, and you're filtering out the wrong women. You're one step closer to the right woman. The more comfortable you get with rejection, the easier it is to keep moving forward. If you're getting rejected, good. It means you're out there trying, learning, and improving. And the ones who really lose here are the guys who never step up in the first place. Now that we've covered why rejection is a good thing, let's talk about how to use it as a learning experience to improve. So, successful men don't just experience rejection, they learn from it. Every time you get turned down, there is a chance to ask yourself, was there something in my approach that I could improve? Did I come across as too nervous or too aggressive? Was the timing just off? Rejection isn't just something to get over, it's something to learn from. And the difference between a weak mindset and a strong mindset can be, for example, weak mindset: women never like me, it's always their fault, I'll never be good enough. While the strong mindset could be, okay, what could I have done differently? How can I improve my approach? What can I learn from this? If you treat rejection as a lesson, not a loss, you will keep getting better. Now be careful, you don't want to obsess over every rejection, right? Instead, follow these 3 steps that I will give you. Get honest feedback if possible. If the situation allows, ask for feedback in a confident, non-needy way. Something like, hey, I respect your decision, but out of curiosity, was there anything specific that turned you off? And if she gives you feedback, great, use it to improve. If she doesn't, no big deal, move on. Second, reflect on your approach. Sometimes rejection isn't about you, it's just bad timing or lack of chemistry, it happens. But if you keep seeing patterns in how women respond to you, it might be time to tweak your approach. Third, keep a growth mindset. Remember, every skill improves with practice. So, social skills, confidence, flirting, all of it can be developed. The guys who succeed in dating aren't necessarily born that way, they learn through trial and error. Speaking of getting back in the game, let's talk about why you should never let one rejection stop you from talking to other women. And here is a mistake a lot of guys make. They get rejected and stop approaching other women. They let one no kill their confidence. And reality check is there are millions of women out there. Obsessing over one rejection only holds you back. The more women you talk to, the more confident and attractive you become. A rejection from one woman rejection from one woman means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Many guys develop a scarcity mindset. They act like every woman they meet is their only chance for love, sex, or relationship. That's why rejection hurts so much, because they are too attached to one outcome. One of the best ways to move on from rejection is to make sure you always have other options. Talk to more women in social settings. Use dating apps, but don't rely on them. Improve your social circle, meet people through hobbies, events, or networking. And here is a secret. Women can sense when a guy has options. And guess what? That makes you more attractive. Believe me, that's true. It's really, really, really true. A man who isn't desperate for validation is naturally more confident. Women pick up on that energy. So don't let one rejection knock you down. Keep talking to women, keep improving, and remember, you are the prize. So guys, rejection isn't the end, it's just part of the game. The men who succeed are the ones who keep playing. So, go on. Show must go on. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.